here we are, and this short little video is going to basically be mentioning about how that work thing that started, what was it, a couple days ago or something, apparently didn't go through in the sense of working because like the hours and stuff were a bit weird, and we were getting out of there at like a very like weird time, at least like on the first day and stuff, like 11 and stuff, and not 11 like around lunch, like you'll hear in the SoundCloud track Mental Health and the Move 2, which is going to be a thing sometime tomorrow. So there's that, if you're into that stuff. But this is sort of like a thing where it was sort of weird, and there's people on the team, I won't say their names just for weird, like so it doesn't get weird and stuff, but one of them being, I guess, my mom at this point, was like, why start now when literally at the end of July going into August, yours truly, the one that's in this video right now, is going to be up there in Moorhead again, and all of that. And of course it got a little weird, when we first told everybody and all of that. But my thing is, I want, this to be, as smooth as possible and all of that, and not be this sort of goofy, oh my God, what's going on thing where exactly that, you don't know what's going on. And, the whole possible, like, mental health stuff that's going on, because you're trying to figure out, okay, how do we do this and this and this and this and this and na and all of that business, So, there's some obvious stuff going on and all of that. So, I guess anyone that's watching this would like to know what's going on. This is what's going on and all of that. You'll hear it maybe a little bit more on the, again, Mental Health and the Move 2 tomorrow and all of that on that particular SoundCloud track deal and all of that. And, I may be saying, the same stuff in that track as I'm saying in this video right now. So, take it as it is and all of that business. Because this is like an element where it's like, everyone has, on the team-wise, has to be transparent and all of that bit, because, if we want this thing to run smoothly, then for the love of who's ever running the stage show called life, we have to, be transparent on this. And I won't say the name of like the company that helped get this very short-lived gig, but they have like their helpers there and all of that to make sure, we do our thing and all of that, right? Now here's where the potential screwiness lies, right? There's a technicality where it's like, okay, their helpers can follow, us on social media, and I get, to a certain degree that's okay, like a thing. And while this particular thing I'm about to say isn't technically social media per se, it involves someone that is a former classmate. I won't say her name specifically, but it it's a thing where it's like, okay, I was on the phone with someone who, again, I won't say the name of the individual and all of that, but it was like talking about this work thing, and they asked if I could be on speakerphone and all of this, and I'm like, okay. Halfway, like, or partway through, I find out there's a third person in this room, so I'm not thinking, okay, it's not just me and this one person doing this phone call thing. Okay, that's a bit weird. And the person in question is like a manager at this place and all of that. And they also have like another gig outside of this. Again, I won't say what it is. I'll just keep everything private, but at the same time, and the kicker here is I've had classes with this person in the past, school-wise. So the reason why this is a potential technicality here and why it's a potential sort of, slip up is we know this person from the past, school-wise and all of that, right? There is manager at this place that like helped get this short-lived gig, right? They also work as someone at this place that we had the short-lived gig as well. So, okay, one, there's that. Two, there's this manager person at this place that helped get this short-lived gig. And three, we've had classes with this person in the past in school. The reason why I think it's a potential, like, oh my God thing here is, okay, since they work at this place that, helps people get jobs and stuff, and this is also the same place that doesn't allow their helpers, to follow their people that they help on social media and stuff, even though this isn't like a social media thing, it sort of is in that gray-esque area where it's sort of like, and I don't want like this to be like a metaphorically screwy thing where it's like, is this going to change my thoughts or perceptions on this individual? Because I don't want it to be that thing where, we're at the next 10-year reunion so many years down the road where I'm like, you da-da-da-da, because you don't want that and all of that. So my whole thing is, there's that technicality thing there that could potentially be a thing where I'm like, okay, you say you don't want your helper people to follow, the people that they help on social media. Yeah, you have someone basically being the third person on a phone call without, my knowledge of the thing of this actually happening. So, and since we've had classes with this person and all of that, since we technically know this person, there is that weird thing, and not weird as in bad, but sort of that gray-esque area, like I said moments earlier, where it's like, and that other part is, you work at this place, you technically getting this third party person in on my own like personal thing here, but yet your helpers can't follow the people that they help on social media, yet you kind of did this screwy thing with someone that works at that company that was involved in a phone call that I didn't know about until like, a little bit early in the call. So I'm like, again, it wasn't just me and this specific individual. There was this third party person there and all of that, So, I don't want this to be like a screwy sort of F this, F that person, F anything, because, I don't want this to be like where we point fingers and be like, hey, you. It's just, there's that weird technicality part there that's could be a little bit of a gray area, so to speak, so that's my thoughts on the thing and all of that. So yeah, with that and all that good business, that's about it. Peace out.